right, Matthew, let me see who's supposed to be in here. Scrubbed. Let's see. Find out where they are. Hey, Matthew, I don't know where they are. Do you want to tune back in at 9:40? I'll text you if anything changes.
Yes, I will.
All right, thanks. Sorry. Waylon!
I did it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Do a nice presentation spot.
Yeah.
I got some emails from elsewhere, but I haven't had a chance to read them yet.
Oh yeah, I read your email this morning. I don't know. I guess
I figured it probably looked very similar to the one y'all watched because you guys were there for the practice pitches on day 2.
Yeah.
But just go back and watch the first one. And then when I did that, I realized that I couldn't see Hank in there either. So he got wrangled into your one that he gets to watch it with you, which I'm sure he's loving.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm running 2 of these, so I'll kind of bounce back and forth. And I also have, my daughter has like a Zoom call in 1 minute as well, so I'm gonna run 3 things at once. But whenever let's see who's watching y'all's pitch this morning. Oh, Matthew Marquette will be back here in a minute. Oh, he's there. So Matthew, I was just saying, I'm gonna bounce between 3 different things here in a second. But whenever the team is ready, Matthew, you can go ahead and get it started. You know how they work because you were here yesterday. Lily, Kate, and Waylon, one of you or whoever, Ava, needs to present the slides on your screen, and then you'll just present to us. We won't be able to see, or you won't be able to see us, whoever's presenting the slides full screen, but we'll be able to see you. And so you guys will just pitch that way. You'll control the slides, and then afterwards, Matthew, hey Trey, afterwards Matthew will give you feedback, and I'll be back at some point, and hopefully I'll catch some of y'all's pitch here in a second, okay? But whenever y'all are ready, you can help you guys get started, okay? Whenever Ava gets here. And then don't forget your mentors probably, I sent them the live links this morning, so they're probably able to tune in as well, okay? But I gotta go check on the other presentation room, so I'll be right back. But whenever y'all are ready, Matthew, you can get them started.
I can go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Trey, do you want to share the slides?
Wait, what?
Can you share your screen?
Just hit present. Or make sure you have the slides pulled up before you hit present.
Yeah, I got that.
Stop.
One of y'all pull up the slides because I'm gonna take like 5 minutes trying to do it.
Trey.
No, remember you're supposed to be the one who puts through the
I'm
slides.
dyslexic.
Trey.
Oh my God.
I'll literally do it since you literally do nothing. Stop. Sorry, this cat's.
Oh my God. Oh, you're talking to Trey.
Okay, this cat is like attacking. Hello, is it gonna share? Is it working?
Yeah.
I start now?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. Good morning. As we all know, living in Texas, the weather can be very unpredictable, possibly making you sweat in situations you wouldn't expect. For example, I was just sitting outside my house during online school and I was covered in sweat. It was embarrassing because I didn't want my classmates to see me through the camera. I'm also feeling a little warm and nervous, and I'm sweating right now. It's very embarrassing to be out in public and realize you have sweat stains showing through your clothing. We want to solve the problem of people experiencing uncomfortable sweat stains during a time when you don't want to be sweating. If you or anyone you know is experiencing these problems, we have a solution just for you. There are many solutions to this problem, such as deodorant, medication, even thick compressed shirts to prevent sweat, but we are here to show you a completely different remedy for this problem, making life easier for you. These products, although help with sweating, do not help your embarrassment sweat stains. This is where we come in. We have developed a moisture wicking spray to terminate this problem of having embarrassing sweat stains showing through your clothing and provide comfort in what you are wearing. The spray will be sprayed onto just your clothes, not your skin. Let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes and then go enjoy your sweat-free day.
The key ingredient that our spray consists of is polyfluoroalkyl. It's a chemical that works as a fabric protector as well as a stain repellent, and that's the key ingredient. But we diluted our spray with rose water and essential oils because it's a little concentrated, and we wanted to have different scents in our spray just in case people don't like the certain smell that certain oils will put off.
Everyone sweats and has probably felt embarrassed because of it. Businessmen or women especially sweat through their clothing while they're nervous while giving a presentation. Our ideal customers are an active person, public speakers, businessmen or women, or basically like anyone who feels embarrassed by having noticeable sweat stains. We want to help these people by taking away the public humiliation that they feel while sweating. We are targeting basically anyone between ages 18 through 45. Our market size is practically infinite. Everyone sweats and would love to not be embarrassed by their sweat stain, but we want to show you that within Texas alone. Our total addressable market based upon the population of Texas is 4.3 million, which consists of the percentage of men or women who work between ages 18 through 32 and the percentage of people who excessively sweat. Our serviceable addressable market of 50,000 or 500,000 is based upon the population of Alma Heights. Realistically, we will serve around 8,600 people in Alma Heights.
All right, for our competition, a direct competitor of our company is Sweatblock, which is an antiperspirant wipe that helps stop excessive sweating. We are better than Sweatblocks because our spray does not go directly on the skin. It goes and it doesn't block your sweat glands. We put ours on our shirts before you put them on. And Thompson Tees is a sweat-proof t-shirt company with a bulky pattern in the armpit, so it's pretty gets annoying after a while. And our indirect competitors would just be our standard deodorant, although deodorant does not prevent sweat stains like we do. It just prevents you from smelling bad. And deodorant doesn't last all day like we do. So for our marketing plan, we are currently on Instagram and Facebook and have our own website. We will be digitally advertising by being on pop-up ads through social media, and we will also send email blasts to customers who have already purchased our spray to see sales discounts. And we will market locally by researching out to small local retail stores in Alma Heights.
We plan on selling 1,100 small spray bottles at $15 per unit and 600 large spray bottles at $22.50 per unit. We will have a revenue of $16,000 for the small spray bottles and $14,000 for the large spray bottles, with a total of approximately $30,000 after year one. We are expected to have a 50% growth rate in sales for year 2, followed by a 35% growth rate for year 3. And we expect our total revenue each year to increase due to returning customers starting to buy the larger spray bottles instead of the small ones.
So the cost for our company mainly consists of what the bottle consists of. For the small bottle, it costs $4.29 per unit, consisting of the fingertip sprayers, the bottle itself, the chemicals that go in our formula, and the packaging and labeling. And for the price per unit for our larger spray bottle is $6.13, which consists of all the same things: trigger sprayers, the bottles, the chemicals for our formula, and our packaging and labeling. That's where most of our cost of goods sold come from. Our wait. Hold on. Our selling general and administrative costs consists of our physical storage, as well as our insurance and our salary costs for our workers that we would potentially have come in and fill the bottles for us, as well as advertising and our domain fees and our email list and our printing and digital advertising, and that would come around to about $6,200.
So after adding in all of our expenses, our total net profit for after year one is around $15,000.
We've already been testing our product by, we had successful trials. We've tested our product by spraying half of a shirt with our spray, and then not the other side, and then we let it dry for 10 to 15 minutes. And then I worked out and did some activities, as well as wearing like a few layers of clothes. And as a result of that, the shirt was dry, and my underarms and back were pretty sweaty.
We recently received $500 for funding, and we have purchased all our costs, like our sprayers, our bottles, but we haven't been able to purchase any of the chemicals due to the coronavirus. And to finalize our product, we begin making money. We plan on doing further testing, and we're asking for $10,000 to fund the chemicals for our formula, as well as the packaging and labeling, because we haven't been able to do that yet. With this $10,000, we will be able to sell roughly 12,000 small spray bottles and 12,000 large spray bottles. Funding advertisements will make money. We also are asking money for our LLC and our provisional patent, which we need for our chemicals.
So meet the team.
I'm Trey Sullivan, COO.
I'm Ava Sattel, CEO.
I'm Lily Kate Cleek, CFO.
I'm Waylon Stevens, the CTO.
Thank you.
All right. Well, first of all, since that was the last thing, the meet the team should go towards the beginning more. That should be one of your first slides. Trey, I think the elevator pitch at the beginning should be shortened a little bit. It's kind of just long. It should be short, and then it goes into your next slide explaining it. And then, are the chemicals like safe? Y'all like research that?
Yeah, we researched all the chemicals. There are some chemicals that we were going to use that were like not safe, so we decided to not use those.
I mean, it looks good. Besides that, there's nothing really else I have to say. Maybe a better like ask slide than just the 10,000 at the top of the screen.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What do you think is something good? Like, I don't know how to like ask.
Last year we just put a picture. We were asking for the full $10,000, and we just put like pictures of like money or coins, just like an individual slide.
So you don't think we need like the chart?
No, I think y'all viewed the chart so much already that if you just do an individual ask slide and just not read off and just kind of go for it. But yeah, that's all I got.
I just jumped in at the end, so good morning. Go back to your presentation real fast. Did you have that chart on there more than once?
Yeah, we had it for operating profit.
Okay, I was going to say don't remove it if you don't have it on there, but I think I agree with Matthew. I would just put pictures on your $10,000 ask. Just make it real clean and what you're going to use it for. It doesn't necessarily have to be pictures, but we don't want this chart again. Because that's not really what you're not using your $10,000 for, I mean, you're using it to buy certain things to start your company. So you want to show what that is, whether it's your LLC, whether it's, to buy your startup inventory, whatever you need to use that for, just use those pictures. That a visual is always really helpful and nice. And I agree with moving your picture to if you want to end with each of yours, I just wouldn't say meet the team, because it's kind of like the way that you're closing it. I would say, we thank you for your time. I'm Lily Kate, I'm Ava, I'm Waylon, I'm Trey, with your pictures up there, but a lot of times you put it at the beginning. And then really think about where you are right now, sitting in your house, how you're standing, how you're presenting. This is your chance to practice. Don't wait till the final day to dress up, right? So you don't want to be fidgeting. You don't want to have, I know we didn't tell you this ahead of time, but Trey, you don't want to have your hoodie on. Waylon, you probably don't want to wear a hat because you might fidget with it. Things like, even I just messed with my hair. I wouldn't do that if I were giving a speech. So the presentation, so you don't have to do that. Okay. I just jumped on. I just want to get this little thing.
Thank you.
Can I stop presenting now?
Yes, you may. I think Miss Bartlett's also in this one. She's going back and forth between the two rooms, so she might not have any feedback for you. Hey, do y'all have any questions before we let the next group come in?
I'm just kind of, so you just, for our funding, like, I thought Ms. Bartlett said she wanted us to have a chart just to, like, see, like, I don't know. I thought she told us she wanted to have a chart just, like, base things off of so they know, like.
You do need to have that chart. I think I only saw the last two slides, but Matthew said you used that same chart twice.
Well, this one's for operating profit, and at the bottom, it has all the same revenue, COGS, and SG&A, but at the bottom, we have operating profit on the funding, and we have net income on.
I think you can put it all on one.
Yeah,
so
I was going to do that.
You want to put operating profit on there.
This one?
On your chart, your chart does not go on your $10,000 ask slide.
Okay.
Your chart is part of your financial presentation. The ask is in your wrap up. So if you watch that little video and not just the slide, I encourage all of you to watch it. She talked about you have like 2 minutes to open. You have 5 minutes to cover all your financial information, and then about 1.5 minutes to do your ask and your closing. Okay.
So Ms. Klump, originally we introduced ourselves at the beginning of the presentation, and then we were told to move it to the end. So do you think we should move it back to the beginning?
Who told you to move it to the end, huh?
I don't know. We've just heard different from all people. I don't know.
I think we should keep it at the beginning. It sounded smoother and better.
Well, and guess what? When you're doing it this time, try it
Right at the beginning.
see what you like better, and then you have time to adjust it. And you get all different types of feedback from different people. It's up to you to decide what you want to change and walk away with. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see the whole thing today. Bless you. But I will see it before we're done. I will get a chance to watch yours. So if I see the whole thing, I'm going to give you different feedback. Okay?
Where do you think we should put our testing our product slide? Do you think it's good before our funding? Or do you think it should be somewhere up maybe near our chemicals or?
Well, testing your product is your MVP. So I definitely would talk about what you did in your MVP test exactly and what results you gained from doing the test. So I would put that right before your funding.
Okay.
But remember, this is the same slide that y'all use. I mean, that's the same photos that y'all use for your MVP pitch. So do y'all have the spray?
Mm-mm.
No, I think it's still at the high school.
No, but I thought I bought it. Is it at your house then? No.
I think you got it from the high school because you said, does anyone have stuff at the high school? And we told you, and you're like, okay.
I'll double check my car that's not in there, and that I'll check some bags and make sure it's not in there, but I don't think it is. But we might check, we also might check with Lily Hobbs and see if it accidentally got on one of their bags as well. Because I did get it from the high school, and so it could have been. I already asked Maple Tree and Heights, and it's not in there. So the only other place it could be is in Lily and the forecast stuff. But what I was going to say is that, and I know y'all mess with it, and like you could get the same materials again, even though it wouldn't be in the same spray bottle. But I would really encourage y'all in the next week and a half to get some other types of materials of shirt. Because remember, that's this complaint that I had last time was different types of materials.
On denim.
Well, I think you need to focus on like business attire, like a silk type of shirt or a business shirt, and then have Trey or one of you guys do the same thing and get some updated photos with that and show that it works on one side and the other, and even maybe some like action shots, where you can have like a video and showing that, look, this side is wet and the side is dry. And I mean, Trey can do that by himself. He doesn't need anybody else to be there with him, to be able to do that. So I would do that because I think that would be worth showing that, look, we did try it on other material and it does work on other material and it doesn't stain. Because remember, that's part of what y'all were supposed to be doing during this time is about the staining. We were talking about any reactions. Trey's probably a good person to test if there's any skin reactions. Kidding. Don't do that, Trey. And see what happens. Okay, but I think you should try to get some updated photos with some business attire shirts.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see all of it either, but did you talk at all about what your plans are next? We were delayed because of the coronavirus, but our timeline moving forward is this and this over the next couple months.
Yeah, we said we were gonna start purchasing like more of the chemicals, and then it's like with the money we would.
Okay, perfect.
I think we can also purchase more materials like to test on with our phone.
Okay, perfect.
Hey guys, tell me what I'm texting Lily to see if it's in her stuff, because we did leave.
It looks like this. Here, I'll present
It's a clear spray bottle, and it does say don't put it on.
It has our logo on it here. It looks like
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Gosh, yeah, I can't.
Let me zoom in. Here, I'll zoom in.
Okay. Thanks, guys. When's your next practice? Because I know that.
I think it's Monday at 9:20.
Yeah, we have 2 on Monday.
All right. And do y'all have another way to make some more of that?
Yeah, we just need to order more chemicals.
That's everything? Everything that you had was in that one bottle?
Yeah.
That's our second bottle, though.
What happened to the first one?
We used it all. We weren't sweating.
Oh, gotcha. You tested it.
Well, the thing is, when it's like whenever it doesn't come with a lot.
Well, then I would order more. You have the money to do it. So you can do the test. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if there's maybe like a bigger where we can buy them. Like bigger.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well.
Hi there.
Hi. Sam, is everyone here?
They should be. I saw everyone join.
Yep. I see everyone.
Yeah, we are. We're all here.
I didn't see it.
Ready.
I do now. Okay. All right. Okay, my guys. You ready? You may be ready. Who's presenting? Sorry.
Sam, do you want to bring up?
I can if.
I got
I'm
it.
sorry?
Oh, Hudson said he's got
Okay,
it.
cool.
Okay, I'm going to turn my face off so y'all don't have to look at me. And then mainly Hayes and Urban are going to give you feedback, and then I may jump in. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
All right. Ready?
Mhm.
All right. Hello, my name is Andrew Steven. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Parking. Next slide. So we've all been in this situation before, heading to a large event such as a sports game, and having to go up and down the parking aisles to find that perfect spot. What we do is we partner with events and allow people to reserve premium parking spots on our website so that when you're going to a jam-packed event like this, all you need to do is reserve, park, and go.
So this is our team. My name is Sam Storm, the CEO of Parking.
I'm Hudson Hanna, the CFO.
Parker Clump, the COO.
And again, I'm Andrew C., the CMO. It all starts on our beautiful new state-of-the-art website. You click on the big Reserve Your Spot button, find which event you'll be attending, then reserve. Shortly after, you receive a text message confirming your reservation and your spot number for that event. In the future, we hope to have a functioning app as well as a more sophisticated website so that people can see an outline of the parking lot they're going to and choose their individual spot themselves.
So this is our business model. As you can see, we're trying to compete on two different fronts. On the one side, we're trying to cater towards large businesses and events who we want to partner with in hosting their parking event. And then on the other side, we have the app and website users who will be reserving the individual parking spot themselves.
The San Antonio Country Club is open to our partnership. The Pearl said no, but gave us very helpful feedback. And we've already had 3 successful events with the Alamo Heights High School. We surveyed 230 people, and 66% of people said that they do have trouble finding a parking spot. And we also asked them if they would benefit from pre-reserving a parking spot, and 66% of people have also said that they would benefit from doing that.
Here's our market sizing. Our total addressable market is 13 million people, and that gives us around $267 million in profit. And our SAM is 156,000 people, with bringing in around $3 million of profit. Our financials with year 1, we're expected a revenue of 25,000, year 2, 37,000, and year 3, 57,000, with an annual growth rate of 50% in between both years.
So these are our competitors. Spot Hero and Park Mobile are 2 website-based reservation companies that allow you to find a parking spot online. And then valet parking is, of course, a pretty large market that consisting of a lot of companies who do valet services for different events. Now, what makes us unique is those 2 website-based competitors I just showed you. They don't actually let you reserve a specific spot online before you get to that event. They just give you a general area in which you can park. This means that you really don't have that reserved spot that you want and could be late to your event if you're relying on it being close. So this is our timeline. As you can see, this it shows our 3 events that we've hosted for the Alamo Heights High School in the past. At our first event, we sold 4 of 10 spots. By the second event, we had already sold out. And by the third event, we sold out 2 days prior to the event. This shows the demand for the market and that we are actually wanted by our consumers. Now you see on May 4th, this is going to be the final pitches to the board. And then May through August, we plan on continuing our testing and then also purchasing more signs in the meantime, so we can host larger events.
We are asking for $10,000, and the way that we will be using that is by paying for a U-Haul for $90 a month, which is $1,080 a year. We're going to be buying 15 more signs. That would be $350. 6 shirts, which is $220, and ads, which is around $100, because we're doing 20 cents a click, and we're expecting 500 clicks. Thank you, and become a king with parking.
Good job, guys. Well done. I didn't time it. Shoot, and I should have. It was about 8 minutes because we started a minute. Well, I think it was 7 minutes because it's 10.
And we can check back on the recording, y'all. When we post it, you can check the time.
Okay, I have some feedback, but I'm going to let Hayes go first and then Bergen.
I think y'all did really well with your presentation. I just had a question. How do you guys monitor the spots? Like, do you have a physical person there, or do you guys do it? And were you planning on hiring people to do
it? We've had us for some of the events, and we're thinking about also hiring someone in the future.
Okay. I think y'all should also add that to your future, because I think a big thing when asking for $10,000 is how what you're gonna do. Like, obviously you're gonna do the app, which is a big thing, but just talk about where you're at and where you're going. And
you're
planning on hiring.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
So I was wanting, but we're looking at using a free agent system, which is similar to what Uber and Lyft does. And I'm not really sure how to include that in the slides yet, because I don't really know how that financially works and what kind of contracts we need for that. So we wanted to include it, but we're kind of confused on what we should do there.
Okay.
Sam, we can talk about that in a minute. I just during the practice time is okay to talk to us through that, but when you're pitching it, I wouldn't throw up anything that, well, we're looking but we don't know enough. We really want to include it, but we haven't had time to look. Okay. I'll help y'all with that. Bergen, what advice do you have?
So what are y'all gonna do with the signs? Are y'all just gonna put those where are y'all gonna be able to put those?
So that's what the U-Haul is going to be for. So right now we just have 10 signs, and I'm keeping them in my garage, but they're already starting to take up too much space. So if we get 15 more, then we're going to need something like a U-Haul to transport them around and store them.
Y'all did a good job giving the presentation. Yeah, I guess y'all did good. It's just with everything right now, there's certain things that you can't do.
Yeah, we can't really test right now.
Yeah.
What we need is people gathering.
Okay, I'm going to give y'all some feedback.
We kind of rely on it.
Practice where you're standing. Y'all did a pretty nice job presenting, but practice where you're going to be standing and maybe on what you're wearing. I think I've mentioned that to y'all before. Andrew, click back to I think you did a nice job when you were talking about this is how it works and you showed them. But my suggestion is you go add the San Antonio skyline on there. It's a beautiful skyline, but it's not San Antonio. Go back.
That's what we were playing. Yeah, that's what we were playing on the website. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go one more. There, right there. Yeah. It looks great, but there's a bay area. I think that's San Francisco, actually. So you need to go and change that.
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed that right away. And then I like how you said this is how it works, and you click through as you were going. I would not say the Pearl said no, so we can work on I would say all the positive things that you've done. We have had a conversation with the Pearl. They gave us some great feedback. We hope to move there in the future. We've met with the San Antonio Country Club, but our true test was done at Alma Heights High School, where we have already made this much money. This is what we've done. So we can work on changing that. On the real world interviews, go to that slide. You need to change the font. You can't see it, or increase the size on the pies. On the pie charts, you can't really read because it's going to be this size. You've got to, so it said, would you benefit from temporarily reserving a parking spot? I want to be able to see that because that does help you to show. I want to see the words because did you see how far I had to come in, and they're going to all be like me, old. Okay. And then Hudson, tell us where you obtained, or what is your TAM measuring and what is your SAM measuring? You gave me the.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over that.
Okay, so make sure you have that. And then I like how you said what makes us stand out, but don't make that transition so long. Like you talked about your competitors, and then you want to say, we offer convenience, not just knowing that there's a space, but knowing exactly which space. So we'll work on refining that. And then instead of saying we sold 4 out of 10, I would say our first event we posted and only had 24 hours before the event. and we sold 40 spots. We sold 40% of our spots in 24 hours. And then our other 2 events were sold out. We had 100% sales. So we can just work on refining those few things. But you did definitely show that you had practiced. We have a lot of groups that keep saying, who's next? Go, slide, click. And y'all really had practice through that. Ms. Bartlett, you have any feedback?
Yeah, I was, sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things. I was thinking that, Andrew, when I heard you do the slide with the app and the website, and you were saying, we want to do a more professional looking website and then app, you said we hope to get here. I would stay away from words like hope and stuff, because then it doesn't sound, it's like doubting words.
Should I plan on with funding or something like that?
Well, I was wondering, like, we already developed our first phase of our website, and the funding we'll be able to take it to the next level and then work on, and then after that we will then be able to invest in our app. But we're gonna work on start with our website and then develop an app later, something like that.
Okay.
Because we also talked about your deal being something that you're planning ahead, so it didn't necessarily need to be on an app, and so it's something that can be down the line, that people can plan ahead.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I did think y'all did a good job. I thought y'all, it was clear the way your wording was. I think you guys have made a lot of good improvements. I thought Bergen Hayes had good questions. That is good to think about, and I'm glad they asked those questions, because it's something for you guys to think about how you want to explain. I know we've talked about it before, Hudson. We talked about hiring people for a minimal amount to drop off the sign, set it up, take it down, put it back in storage. So make sure that that is clear in the way that you pitch it, so that the judges understand it too, because they're probably gonna have the same kinds of questions. But good job, guys.
And last thing I want to add is on your app, I would really maybe on that ask, make sure that it totals up to a minimum of $10,000, because
I was trying to say better website for 7,500, but I Hudson clicked on the next slide, so I just kind of went with it.
Okay, so we'll need to work on that, but overall you did a good job.
I also have a suggestion, like on some of the areas that y'all are picking, like I'd try and go for like shopping centers, like the Corey Village, like with that limited parking, like that'd be a good area to have parking in, because like I can never find a spot there. I would go for areas like that.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have any questions for us before we go to the next group? All right, when's your next pitch?
Monday.
It's Monday at 9:40.
9:40, yeah.
Well, I would advise you to go to your Google Meet or go practice just for a few minutes to make those quick changes, and then y'all are good.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bergen and Hayes, good job. I like your feedback that you're giving everyone. It's helpful. Where's
just finishing up on the other one, so they'll be here in a second. Okay.
All right. Bergen, you're on mute, honey. You're muted.
Hayes only signed up for one today, so it's just me.
He did a lot for us yesterday, so he's in
Well, I was doing them yesterday. I had my dad call me and was like, "What are your teacher? I just got an email saying you're gonna fail the thing," and I was like, "What?" And I go, "No, that's not true." An hour worth of talking to him and the teacher. She didn't mean to send the email.
Oh my gosh. I have a bunch of kids I sent him out, but I think it's hilarious that all of a sudden I sent out 30 progress reports and now everyone's getting their work done. It is awesome. I wish I would have done that a week ago.
My dad was flipping out.
Well, I'm sure you're a senior. He does not want you to lose credit. So that's funny. I'm going to pause for just a second to check this email, and I'll be right back. If they come on, just get somebody to get ready to present, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. We have to remember that we're live streaming. So now everyone just knows you got a progress report. It's all right. I'm glad that you didn't say any names.
Yeah.
Lexi, did y'all just finish on the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How'd it go?
It was good. We had a little bit of slide trouble, but besides that, everybody was pretty good.
Well, that's the great part about us doing the practice session, so you can work through all those little kinks.
Yeah.
So who's going to present?
I don't.
Who presented last time?
Am I presenting again?
Yeah, just you know how to do it, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was pretty rough last time, so we'll. Okay. All right.
You got a haircut. I'm looking at Christopher. You've got a nice backyard there. You chilling by the pool? What'd you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, real
Okay,
quick before y'all
representing.
start though, I wanted to give them some feedback because I didn't get to. I just wanted to get the other side started real quick. So a couple things, like I think what Greg was a really good point. Just like what I've been telling y'all should be capitalizing on what's happening with the coronavirus right now and help driving customers to the businesses that are, selling groceries, selling like food packs, selling, cook at home stuff, and connecting people and showing that you're, getting traction that way, at least driving customers to your site through your site and using coupons, that they're willing to do that. And then if you could get people to commit to continue to use you, that would be even better. The next thing I would say is, as I was trying to say at the end of that, is it's not coming across that y'all have an app on Google Play. Like I would put a demo of that functioning app, like Sean, have him take a screenshot of his phone and show you what that functioning app looks like, because that's very impressive. And that's what it's going to look like on the Apple Store once you have funding to develop that side of it. And then Grace's question was, you need to talk to an app developer. Well, she wouldn't know that you already have done that. So saying that you've already talked to somebody would be really helpful, and that you already have this connection. And it's fine to talk about how your mentor helps you make that connection. That with our mentor, we're able to do this, this, and this. We've been working with somebody internationally up to this point, and then our next steps are this. I also, Christopher, wouldn't go through your old timeline. I would just update that time, like get rid of that timeline and make a new timeline that shows us what your new plans are.
Should I just skip the whole thing?
What'd you say?
Should I just skip that whole thing?
Well, you can picture like you did now and get Bergen and Ms. Klump's feedback, but I would go ahead and
Or
change.
should I just make it up? Should I just
Sure,
make up
if you want
a new
to for
timeline?
now, and talk about, this was our timeline, but our next phase is in May, we're going to do this, in June, we're going to do this, and in July, we're going to have this done by that point. Okay.
Got it.
But other than that, y'all, you always do a great job. Like I told you, I didn't think that was one of your best. I know it's weird, y'all not being together and stuff, but just, I would do a bit more practicing stuff as a group like this. Okay. All right.
Okay, we need a roll because if we want to get you done in time. Who's presenting? Christopher? You ready?
All right, I'm presenting. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Okay.
Okay, so you're heading back to San Antonio from Austin on a Sunday. You went to the UT game, you saw some friends, and you had a great time. You open up Google Maps and type in your home address. You know where you want to eat, and you might take a peek in a store along the way back. But where do you shop? And who has the best deals? Well, with Pingo, you can now see discounts and coupons for great local businesses along your route. Hi, I'm Lexi, the Chief of Communications at Pingo.
Hi, I'm James Shoblin, the Chief of Strategy and Finances at Pingo.
Hi, I'm Patrick Maloney, Chief of Marketing at Pingo.
I'm Christopher Scott, Chief of Operations at Pingo. Pingo is a mobile app and service that integrates with Google Maps to create discount deals along your route. Businesses will pay a fixed subscription fee every month based on the number of coupons we distribute for them. So some of the problems that we're solving are cluttered discount apps with annoying pop-up ads. We eventually will have pop-up ads, I think, if we get big enough, but at the first starting out, we won't. And we're also going to have deals that are along your route and they're relevant to you. With our data that we're going to collect from you, we know what you like and what you don't, and we'll have things that you like and things that you won't like based on what you like previously.
So we are targeting tech-savvy users from the ages 16 to 65 who want good deals and a personalized shopping experience.
So our final solution, we want to receive deals and save money, or we want the customers to receive deals and save money. We want to have our iOS app fully running on the App Store and our website fully functioning for businesses to be able to pay their subscription fees. As of right now, we have an app on the Google Play Store, but we're working on trying to get it up on the App Store.
So what you're seeing right here is are some examples of what our app will look like on an iOS platform. It's a Postmates style layout. We have login screen. You can even see some local shops and restaurants that you can find here in Alamo Heights. And this is what it'll look like if we get the funding for our app.
For our pricing model, we plan on charging, Chris, you got to go back.
Oh, sorry.
For our pricing model, we plan on charging $20 for a 1 month subscription for a business to Pingo, and then $50 for a 3 month subscription, $100 for a 6 month subscription, and then $180 for a 12 month subscription. So if you purchase for farther ahead, you're getting a little bit of a discount. And we also plan on charging $50 per 1,000 impressions for like advertising on Pingo. And we don't really have any cost of goods sold because we're a software as a service business. So we have a gross profit margin of about 100%, but we have other costs. And so for our total addressable market, we're focusing on all the small businesses in Texas that currently offer discount programs and would be willing to partner with us. If all of these businesses subscribe to Pingo, we would have a revenue of about $300 million a year. And for our serviceable addressable market, we're focusing on all the businesses, the small businesses in San Antonio that are currently offering discount programs, and there's about 38,000 of them. And if each of these purchased a yearly subscription to Pingo, we would have a revenue of about $9 million. And then, okay. Chris, can you switch it or?
What?
Can you switch it?
Go here?
Yeah, just to the market share.
Wait, what?
Click your slide to the next one.
Right here?
Yours must be frozen. Is it?
Yeah.
Are you on the Sam and Tam page?
I'm on the market share slide. Is it not working?
Yeah, it's not. It's freezing because we all see Sam and Tam, right? Isn't that what y'all see? Yeah.
Okay, can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Yes. So we plan on reaching 160 businesses after year one of getting our funding. This would be only like 0.5% of our total SAM, but this would still give us a revenue of about $30,000.
Can you click or is it freezing again?
Is it frozen?
Yeah. No, it's opposing flux. Now go ahead.
So through research, we found that we have one direct competitor and two indirect, and our direct being Groupon. But we also found that Groupon doesn't really utilize any kind of real mapping system and isn't very easy to personalize. And our indirect would be Honey, and Honey is basically just an online shopping platform. And another indirect would be Rokuton. And Rokuton uses a complex cash back system that makes customers' shopping experience not very user-friendly or easy to use. I don't want to come back to it.
So the unique value proposition of Pingo is that we will put pre-populated markers for businesses that you frequent along your route and really personalize the experience to prevent spam of coupons that you don't have an interest in seeing, and focus on giving local businesses as much exposure as possible. And our goal is to bring back customers to brick and mortar businesses.
Okay, so for our revenue for year one, we project earning revenue of about $32,000, and this will leave us with a profit after expenses of about $15,000. In year two, we project that we will have grown our number of subscriptions by 50%, which will lead to a revenue of about $70,000. And also, advertising revenues will begin to start at the 6 month point of year one. So that's why year two revenues are going to be significantly higher. We project a year 2 profit of about $44,000. And for year 3, we're going to have more growth of subscriptions, which will lead us to a revenue of $100,000 and a profit of about $65,000.
So some of the things that we've already done and some of our future plans, we tested coupon usage at local businesses, although the coronavirus kind of shut that down pretty quick.
It's frozen on that slide.
What?
It's frozen on the financial statement.
Okay. Working. Is that better? Okay. So yeah, the testing kind of got stopped by the coronavirus. We are partnered with 3 local businesses right now. We're hoping that'll become more. Local Coffee, which is currently open for takeout. Lulu's Mexican Cafe, which sadly 2 of the locations have shut down, but there's still one up and running downtown. If you want to go check it out, get some to-go Mexican food, it's pretty delicious. And the Impeccable Pig is currently shut down because nobody's allowed inside. We want to distribute 40 physical coupons from each business, and businesses will collect our redeemed coupons so that we'll be able to tell how many people actually use the coupons. Is it frozen?
No, that's good. So right now, the majority of our marketing strategy relies on our strong social media presence, whether it be our Instagram account or our Facebook. And we also plan to partner up with local newspapers such as San Antonio Express News, MySA, and SA Current to really spread the word about our service in our community.
So this was our timeline from before spring break, so basically before the coronavirus. But now we plan on going out and getting more letters of intent while businesses are struggling, because we want to get them business and we want them to stay open. And then we plan on having some coupons ready to go by May, and then hopefully helping businesses stay open throughout this whole deal, and by throughout June and the whole summer.
Okay, who's next?
So we plan on using the $10,000 towards a few different areas. Our first would be development of our app. We plan on using $7,000 towards basic app development, so we can get our app on iOS. It's currently on a rough stage of it is on Google Play, but we do have that backbone. We're planning on becoming an LLC in Texas also, as well as $1,500 would be spent on marketing through the different platforms that Patrick described earlier. And so this is just a break of our cost. And so, yeah, in total, we plan on asking for $10,000 in order to successfully develop an app, build a relationship with a bunch of different consumers throughout our area, as well as connect with multiple local businesses, which will partner with us to provide discounts to all consumers.
Thanks for listening.
Okay. Bergen, do you want to go, or do you want me to?
I'll go first. So kind of in the beginning, when you were kind of explaining it, Christopher, it was a little, I don't know, I was trying to understand what you were trying to say. And then I would just kind of say this for all y'all, but I mean, we're kind of on computer right now, but I'd just say be more vocal, whenever you're talking. But again, we're on video chat right now, so it could be why you're not.
So, so Bergen, what do you mean by you couldn't understand? Like when I was first pitching after Lexi's story?
Yeah, how you're talking about how it was gonna be personalized and everything.
Oh yeah, Christopher took over my slide, but when the time comes, it'll be explained better and because
Yeah,
that's
well,
not usually that he presents. So he didn't really.
Okay, so I would just say the one thing I would really work on is just the timing, and it's hard because you did 2 of them on your first day back to back, so you really haven't had a chance to go take that feedback, practice it, and refine it, right? And Miss Bartlett was giving you some more feedback right before you went, so you didn't even have a chance to run through that. Christopher, I would either, do you have a hotspot on your phone?
yes, I think I should probably use that.
I would use it when you do the next practice pitch and see if that helps. I'm right by my modem, my router, and I'm still every once in a while having glitches. I just think it's the whole world. We're all doing this right now, so people are having trouble. But I would turn on the hotspot just so you have a backup, and it's right next to it, or have somebody else practice flipping through the slides. And be ready, like at the end when I said James, I just say go, whoever's next, and you went without seeing the slide. Maybe you each have your own slides in front of you in case there is a glitch, so that you can just keep going even if the screen is frozen. I would practice that, and I'm going to encourage most of our groups to do that. Ms. Bartlett did say add in the number of ads and subscriptions on your financial chart right above your revenue. So go back and do that. And based on what somebody said based on what you liked previously. Oh, I know what that comment.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, so I would say we've got to think of a word to say that, but just like Facebook monitors what we're doing and where we've been, or Amazon, they track. So you would just say we will help make suggestions based on what are your favorites or places that you visited before. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Recommendations based on your personalized favorites that you visited before have plugged in. And then everyone just needs to add some inflection. It's hard early in the morning. It's hard trying to be excited when you're talking to yourself and you're looking at yourself. So try to focus on not looking at yourself, but finding somebody else on the screen that can make you smile. And so you talk to that one person. Like I try to find one of your faces as you're talking, look at you, and then look at someone else, because it's really hard to get excited on camera. You're like, woo, yeah, this is great. But you'll have a really cool idea. You've done a lot with it. I do like how you've already engaged with local coffee. And I do think, we've just got to find a way to say right before this happened, we had already paired up with impeccable pics, some great locations. And I wouldn't even focus on saying that Lulu's Cafe. Is it Lulu's Cafe, you said, that shut down? I wouldn't even say that. I would just say we've partnered with these companies, and don't draw any negative to it, even though that has happened. They can go find that out themselves. And Patrick, I would, when you do your final one, even though your background looks beautiful, I would sit somewhere where you don't have trouble.
No, I feel terrible because my computer's about to die, and this should have been inside. I could hear all these leaves and stuff. Sorry about that.
Okay. I just know that you had to do this to see. This is why we're doing the practice, guys. And then let's see.
It was fun, but I think I'm going to come pitch at your house because during both my presentations there was a lot of distractions.
Oh well, yeah, it's pretty quiet over here. You can come to do it. That's fine. On your Tam and Sam's slide, there's too much information written. Say that. I think it's great to say it, but only have the numbers on there. That's too much for me. And then work on your transitions and how you're going to go from one point to the next. And then you said something. Oh, the slide has 160, and then oh gosh, I don't even remember. The numbers are written weird. I don't know which one that was. I think it's your market share slide, if you look at that. And then something was said about we have other costs. James, what were you saying? We don't have any COGS because
I was saying we don't have any COGS, but we still have other costs. So it's not like we don't have any cost, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, you usually do a good job of explaining that. Re-explain that so she understands.
Okay, so we don't have any. What do you mean?
So you usually do a good job of explaining why you don't include COGS. Explain that to her, because that's what you're trying to say.
Okay, because we're a subscription-based software service, we don't really have any cost in selling our subscription. but we have a lot of cost on the back end to like host our servers and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say something like, we don't have, like all that was fine, but something about that vary directly with each sale in that way. So we recognize that there are costs associated with selling, so we've included all that in our SG&A instead. Something like that.
He did say all of that, and because we even have just like the, what is it, SaaS subscription. Yeah, that was written on there, and at first, but then when you said it, it made sense. I would just work on the wording and how Ms. Bartlett suggested that you said that. Okay. But overall, I mean, you cover everything. You've got all the information down there. I would just really work on those transitions and being comfortable with your material, guys, and being excited because you have a cool idea. You worked really hard, and sell it to us. I want to see you and be enthusiastic about it. Okay?
Yeah, and remember that part of the thing last time was that what you were trying to say didn't come across in your pitch, right? And so that's and then after you guys came back and talked to Ms. Boner, like she got what you were trying to say, and she understood it. And so now that y'all have seen it, Ms. Klump and Bergen, you can probably understand that to have, like, they have a working app that shows how if I type in my address that I can go from here to here, and it shows the tracking and how the 3 locations would pop up of the places of coupons would pop up on the route. So that would be really helpful for you to see that that's already functioning and the technology is already there.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal to show that it already works the way you want to, and then take time to explain that technology, because Grace had questions last time too, like, is this something you put in Google Maps, or, like, we already understand because we've heard it, but other people won't. So make sure you guys explain that really well this time so they don't have those same questions again.
Yeah, and I do think, like, and we're running behind, but there was another group that clicked through and showed how something worked, and it was a nice visual. It was very easy, so you could show that, and that took so much effort for y'all to get that done. Toot your horn. I mean, that's awesome that you've done that. You've come a long way since your MVP pitch, and they want to see that. So good job.
I told another group, don't be afraid to break away from, since you're presenting your entire screen, don't be afraid to come out of your and click to another tab at the top and show how something functions, and then go back to your presentation, because you can control that if you want to.
Yeah, well, I was lagging super bad, but it'll be better next time. I'm going to use the hotspot.
Okay. All right, guys. Good job, Bergen, for your help.
Thank you.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I like your shirt.
Thanks. It's new.
Is it? It's cute.
Mm-hmm. It's bright.
I like it. Okay. Because you're on like a live stream across the district.
I know.
Okay. I'll see you later. The next one starts at 11:20.
Okay, bye.
I think so. Okay. All right, bye. Hey, you're on the wrong meet. You got to switch to the other link.
Okay, sorry.
Bye.
Am I in the right room? This is a very confusing spreadsheet.
I don't. Allie, you're in the other room, and Brownie's about to switch over to this room. And then, guys, I'll be right back here in a second, okay?
Okay.
So, how are y'all? Okay, should we go? Okay.
Hey, guys. Sorry, I'm getting 2 sessions set up. And my AirPods, one on speaker. And but Brownie just watched the other one, so he kind of knows how this goes. Okay. So what you're going to do, am I recording? I'm going to record this meeting so we can watch this back later too. But y'all are also being live streamed, so your mentors should be able to tune in if they want to. But I'm also recording it so you guys can watch it back later if you want to as well, just so you can see how things go. What you're going to do is you're going to present, one of you is going to present your slides and present it full screen. So you, whoever that person decides to be, you won't be able to see us, but we'll still be able to see you. And so it feels a little weird, but just I would practice different people doing that. So in case someone's internet goes down, you can seamlessly switch over to somebody else presenting the slides. I would get someone to time you, so you guys know that you're right around that 8-minute mark. And then Browning's listening to your pitch, and then I'll also be listening to your pitch. But I'm running 2 kind of rooms at the same time, so I'll kind of be back and forth. But I'm going to be focusing on this one for this session, okay? So whenever you're ready, you guys can start, and then we'll give you feedback at the end, okay? So take it away whenever you're ready. Oh, the other thing I suggest is that y'all mute yourselves when you're not the one presenting, and then unmute when you start, when you're the one, it's your turn to talk.
Can you see this now?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Hello. Good morning. It is estimated that parents can spend upwards of $9,000 annually on private lesson instructors for academics and extracurricular activities. With a family with multiple kids, that high price adds up quickly.
Hey, Sophia, you might want to present your slides so we can see your slides. Yeah, and do that present screen. That's what we want to see.
Okay. In addition, our competitors such as Kumon, Brainiac, and Club Z Tutoring offer high price ranges from $60 all the way up to $180 an hour. Our competitors also have adults teaching kids, which can feel like just another lecture. and they don't necessarily cater to the child's learning style. Knowing that, we have a different solution. Introducing Skipper. Let's meet the team. I'm Sophia Ramos.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I'm Will Bergen, the CEO.
I'm Helene Dryden, the COO.
And I'm Jenna Jort, the CFO.
So Skipper is an academic and extracurricular-based tutoring service created by students for students. We provide an affordable and reliable tutoring service to parents, but we also work to create a long-lasting mentorship in the process. We pair tutors and students up within the same community in order to build on that mentorship aspect of our business. And then finally, we also provide a well-paying and flexible job for teens. So our tutors are the best in their class and the top of their fields, but they're also really good role models in our community. So we work hard to try to pick the best tutors in order to lead as a good example for everyone.
We charge $30 per 1 hour session. From this, we pay our tutors $20 an hour. This means we take a $10 profit per hour with a gross margin percentage of 33.3%. In years 1, 2, and 3 respectively, we plan to have